Good morning, dear students. In our previous classes, we discussed about conventional sources, and today we are going to talk about non-conventional sources. So, under non-conventional sources, we have solar energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, tidal energy, and biogas. So, we will discuss about all these energies one by one. So, we'll start with the solar energy. These days, non conventional sources are in high demand because of their abundance in nature, and they are also pollution free and eco friendly. So, these are the reasons why we have the non conventional sources in demand nowadays. And they are also known as energy of the future. Now, we will talk about solar energy. We have this energy widely available, but we cannot use this energy completely. Why? Because of lack of technology. What happens here is that photovoltaic cells convert sunlight into electricity. And these days, all over the world, people are using solar water heaters, street lighting, cooking, pumping, and solar ponds. These are becoming popular these days. Then another important non-conventional energy is the wind energy. What happens if we talk about the wind energy? Here the cost is made in the initial stages only, and later on the electricity generation becomes regular and cost free. So this is the most important benefit of wind energy. Then wind farms have been developed in countries like Germany, Denmark, UK, USA, Spain, China, and in India also. Then coming to geothermal energy, this energy is derived from hot springs, emission of dry or wet steam from hot rocks. Then USA and Iceland generate electricity from geothermal energy. And besides USA and Iceland, Japan, New Zealand, Russia, Turkey, and India also have started using the geothermal energy. Coming to tidal energy, first we will understand the meaning of tides. Tides are basically the rise and fall of sea water in the coastal areas. What are tides? Tides are rise and fall of sea water in the coastal areas, and this energy is used to turn the turbines and generate electricity. This energy is not fully developed, and that is the reason why we are not able to make its optimum utilization. Now we will talk about biogas. Biogas is obtained when organic wastes like human and animal waste, cow dung, dead plants, and kitchen waste are converted into gaseous fuel. Biogas is used for cooking and lighting homes. Then India and China have developed this technology. Now moving to the next topic, that is conservation of mineral and power resources. So why conservation is important? Conservation is important so that we can make use of the resources not in the present time, but these resources can be used in the future also. In order to conserve the resources, we should make efficient use of them, and we should improve the techniques of extraction also. We should also recycle our resources and save the mines from collapsing. So by following these measures, we can conserve our mineral and power resources. So with this, we have completed this chapter. We will be doing the question answers in our next class. Thank you.